You wouldn't say you were on the South Island, you say you're in the South Island, you'd say you're in the North Island.
Hikers on the Araroa who've walked in the South Island of New Zealand compare their experience to the North Island, saying that the North's 1,600 kilometers are for the feet, a warm-up act for the 1,400 kilometers of the South Island for the eyes. There's no doubt about it, but I gotta tell you, my feet got a heck of a workout, and as Kiwis would say, the South Island was hard as. I mean, the weird thing about the TA is that the trail has no standard. One day it's a road walk, dangerous for sure, but flat and taken with long strides. At one point, I even rode a bike. But much of the time, I was challenged in ways unexpected. I made several alpine crossings. Steep ascents on slippery schist delivered me to exposed ridges above the clouds. Some days, Chamber of Commerce blue, the views indeed designed to delight the eyes. But it was big work on the feet getting there. It was also big work when managing the days that wind and rain threatened, slowing my progress as each step was carefully taken. Looking down at my feet kept me safe. And it also opened a different world where plants of the tundra thrive, a more subtle kind of eye candy. In the South Island, I learned a new word, to sidle, which means to walk in a furtive and oblique manner, to creep. My walking slowed to a creep on narrow eroding strips of trail along the side of steep slopes, hence the word sidle. This was no place for mistakes. In the South Island, I learned a new skill, crossing fast-moving, cold, deep rivers. And am I being repetitive, pointing out this was also no place for mistakes? American writer Karen Salmonson says, "The best things in life are often waiting for you at the exit ramp of your comfort zone." Was I out of my comfort zone? You bet. I was very scared sometimes. And forgive the pun, in those rivers, I was definitely out of my depth. Walking in the South Island of the TA was hard, on my feet and on my resolve. Sometimes I'd be so focused on getting through, I couldn't see anything but my feet. So it's kind of full circle. That feast for the eyes that I spoke about earlier, promised on this second half of the trail in the South Island, I certainly had a lot of it. And it was beauty itself that led me and fed me all the way to the hard-earned finish line. This audio narrative is supported by John Reamer and Associates, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, located in Minnesota with 30 years of experience. Thanks, John. And the music you're listening to is by Rhonda Larson. It's called Movin' On, and it's played by me, the Blissful Hiker.
One good thing about you guys, you're fit.